Welcome back to PixelMgc, and today we're going to learn how to create modern visiting card, and this is the second video in this series. I have already made two of the video. One is of it's just about vintage looking visiting cards, and another one I have made just 2 days before, how to create modern visiting card. And this is the second part, means it's another example, another design how to create it. So I'll tell you how to do it step by step in a very simple way. So without any further delay, let's get started. So today I am using Illustrator. So for that I have taken a a canvas of 85 into 55 millimeter. So here, as you can see in that preview image, that one shape is there on the left hand topmost part, left side topmost part. There is one shape, and it was copied 3 eyes, means 3 copies of them I have to create. So for that I am using pen tool, and here for straight lines we'll use shift, holding shift you have to draw it. Now I'm just making 2 copies of it and sending both the two to backward, and using direct selection tool I'm adjusting the points. Now I lock the layer and went for the circle using ellipse tool, holding shift to have a perfect circle. I am also sending this circle behind the shapes, making some adjustments. Within this circle we will put the one car image which I have already made it, and you can find out that car image in the description. Now I have just made the stroke 2, 3 or 4 of your choice you can give. Now coloring the shapes and applying the effect. Shadow effect I'm going to put on these 3 images. You can see the adjustment as per your desire. You can change the value. I am using very little amount of shadow because I need to have a clear view of 3 of these shapes. And the effect, you can go selecting the shapes, go to effect, then stylize, then drop shadow. You can click on preview button to view it. Once I made that one, the same value was there, so I didn't make any changes, and click on OK. So now 3 of the shapes having shadow effects is ready. Now I'm just arranging them properly as it was before. Now for the background part, I'm taking the same size of the canvas of the size of the artboard and aligning it vertically center and horizontally center in align tab. You can find it, the align tab, if it is not there, from menu bar on the top. Here I am giving some different color, that is red color, to the circle I have created. Now copy it out another circle from it by holding Alt. I'll reduce the stroke of this circle and give a different color, and here I am using white because black and white will have a great look, or you can use yellow color also. Now time to bring the car what I have already designed. It requires some kind of change. I am going to put it yellow color and some adjustment, like this light I want to give it red, and it was empty, that's why I'm just taking another shape, and by keeping it I just divided the shape and created a light out of it. I'm just targeting here the rightmost part because I'll put, or I'll use in the circle area half of the whole thing, means half of the car I'm going to display. So I don't require the left side to be corrected, so the right side I made the changes what I required. Now to give a good look, I'm just adding some more shapes to it. Now I need to trim it, so I have copied that circle by holding Alt. I'll use clipping tool for this. So for clipping tool you have to bring the circle to front. After adjusting, I'm just adjusting the car over here, how much area I want to show it within the card. Now I'm just bringing to the front by right clicking it, selecting both the shapes, right click, create clipping mask. So the part is ready, which I'm going to put over here. Now I'm sending it to backward point and making some adjustment. Here I am not satisfied with the curves, that's why I'm just making some adjustment using direct selection tool. The down part will be merged, but the upper part I want to have some different effect. So here next towards the name of the person, here I am just experimenting with white and yellow, and finally I am satisfied with white color. I will be giving white color to it as I have already created. So this is for the logo, means one kind of symbol for a person. I'm just creating it out using ellipse tool and rectangle tool. By holding these points, this will create, means minus the curves to convert the curve into corners into curve. I'm going to draw a rectangle over here, and I'm taking a polygon, but if you give 3 then it will create a rectangle, as you can see over here. So I'm reducing it as per the image specification, and I'm going to apply some kind of stroke to it. And now here I've just rotate it 180 degree, right click, then you can find that transform, then you can go to rotate. Now here I made a copy out of it and given stroke, and also went to object and expand the stroke and went to pathfinder and minus it. Here I'm doing the same thing. Now it's time to place the portion into the shape. just make this video little bit faster to save my time, because sometime if you are frequently working on this will not take much more time. And any adjustment to the shape you need, you have to select it and go to direct selection tool, and holding those anchor points you can change it. So I'm taking the shape now to the left of the proprietor's name to add some more prominent effect. I'm taking a rectangle and send it to backward and change the colors. Now I'm going to add a phone number to it. I have typed it out, but it was in black letter, that's not visible, so I'm just change the color to white. It's the name of the company. It's a car garage, so the name is something like that, so I'm using it. As name needs to be stored within the safe, I'm just made some adjustment over the shapes. Here I'm taking a rectangle to divide it and applied gradient effect to it, black and white gradient effect. And whenever you are doing such kind of visiting cards, don't use much more color. Here I have already used the 3 colors mostly, black, white and red. And the car is a different scenario, that's why it's yellow, so you can use it. And then phone numbers, and finally the address of the garage. So this address needs to be placed at right side, so I just aligned it to the right most portion. Now I'm just open the logos of visiting card what I have already created. You can also find the link to download these symbols in description. All these visiting card symbols you can download in the description. It is mentioned and it is shared in Google Drive links. So here also the same pattern I am going to use as I have used in the first case during the name of the person. Now here this symbol will be used for phone number. All these symbols are editable, customizable. You can give any color. As you can see, initially these are black, but while I'm copying and pasting it here and applying color, it is very easily applied. Now I'm again using the car and making some changes to the colors and to the lights, and I'll reduce the opacity level to almost 15 or 20 so that it will just create a different kind of effect under the name of the garage. And I'm just making it backward, sending it backward. Now it's time to clip it. The whole card should be clipped because you can see some portion of that circle is now visible outside the card. So for that I'm taking a rectangle of the size of the cardboard and making some adjustment, and the shape should be top of everything. Now I'm selecting Ctrl A and right click, create clipping mask. Now this is a effect I'm going to put as background in transparent manner, which will make some kind of different look to the whole card. I've just created it. You can also create. I'll show you how to create this pattern. It's very easy. I'm just created it very haphazardly. I was thinking of some kind of effect should give, as it is given in racing cars, so I just inspired from them and try to put it over here. Now reducing the opacities, and I've already grouped it. If you want to group any combination of shapes, select it and press Ctrl G, and it will group. It will be, all the shapes will be grouped. And to ungroup it, select the image, right click and ungroup, or you can find out the same ungroup command in file menu. And I'm just create a copy out of it to show you how I have created the whole pattern. It's very easy. I'm just copying it out by holding Alt and try to put them into its position. As smart guide is on, that's why I can find out where to adjust those newly created shapes or newly copied shapes. I've just rotated it. After grouped, I have grouped it using Ctrl G. The whole pattern became a group, the part of the pattern. Then I rotated it. Now again, this should be rotated. I have rotated it. I just made some mistake, I failed, so I'm just making some changes over here. As per the uppermost pattern, you can see I'm just trying to replicate it as I have already created it, and I have, as I said, that I am just created haphazardly. I have not yet planned of that pattern. I randomly started and finished it off, but forgot to record it. That's why I'm just creating it again for you. So in this manner you can create your pattern. It's ready. It's looking a little bit bigger because I have chosen the size of the each element a little bit bigger than the previous one. That's why it's looking bigger. Now it's time to again clip it. I have already used clipping tool, but due to I have added some new shape and there is some unnecessary part, that's why I just made it, clipped it. So this is the final version of the card. You can see the preview, or I have already make it in the beginning of the video. So you can go through different other videos of mine which has different designs and different look. So to get new videos in this type of format, or to have new knowledge, stay tuned and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit the bell icon to get the notification of newly added video. So thank you for today. Have a good day.